What does it take to break free from the chains of a generational curse? Perhaps you've faced struggles that seem too familiar, as if they're woven into the fabric of your family's story. Patterns of pain, trauma, or self-doubt that pass from one generation to the next. But here you are, standing at the crossroads, having endured your own wounds, and now discovering something remarkable. You are not just another link in the chain. You are the one who breaks it. In this video, we'll uncover how the very wounds you've carried can become the source of your greatest healing power, not only for yourself, but for the generations to come. This is your moment to reclaim your story and transform the pain of the past into a legacy of growth, strength, and healing. If this resonates with your journey and you're ready to explore how to step fully into the role of the healer, be sure to subscribe. Let's walk this powerful path together, breaking the cycles of the past and embracing the light of transformation. Now, let's begin. For generations, many of us have inherited more than just our family name or traditions. We've also inherited the unspoken legacy of avoidance, a quiet but powerful refusal to confront our deepest pains, traumas, and emotional scars. This pattern, often passed down like an invisible chain, binds us in cycles of suffering that we barely notice, yet cannot seem to escape. We bury our emotions beneath the surface, hiding them behind distractions or the masks of success society teaches us to wear. But pain, like a relentless tide, always finds a way to surge back into our lives, demanding to be seen, felt, and acknowledged. In the midst of this shared avoidance, there are individuals born with a rare and extraordinary sensitivity. These souls do not merely observe life's struggles from a distance. They feel them profoundly, as though every joy and sorrow in the world courses through their very being. They are often misunderstood, even by those closest to them, because their emotional depth is not easily explained or contained. But what others may perceive as weakness or fragility is, in truth, a profound gift. These individuals are not flawed. They are born to break the cycle. They are the healers, the spiritual warriors, the modern-day shamans whose journey through their own pain is the very path that enables them to lead others out of their darkness. Society, uncomfortable with anything that doesn't fit neatly into its boxes, may try to label these people, often diagnosing their heightened sensitivity as mental illness. Depression, anxiety, or other clinical terms are used to describe what is actually a spiritual gift, a soul being shaped by life's trials. These intense emotional and spiritual experiences are not burdens, they are initiations. In ancient cultures, those destined to heal often had to endure significant personal trials, illnesses, suffering, or moments that brought them to the brink. These rites of passage were essential for acquiring the deep wisdom needed to heal others. Today, though the language and rituals have changed, the essence remains the same. Those who bear the heaviest emotional burdens are not patients in need of curing, they are healers in the making. Through their personal anguish, they are being prepared for a sacred calling, to transform their own suffering into a reservoir of wisdom, compassion, and strength. They are learning the ancient sacred art of turning pain into healing, not just for themselves, but for the countless others who will one day look to them for guidance. These are the ones who see beyond the surface, who feel the currents of generational pain running through families, and who, through their own journey, learn how to break the chains that have bound their ancestors. They are the ones who are learning, through each tear and every heartbreak, that their suffering is not in vain. It is the forge that transforms them into healers, capable of mending not only their own wounds, but the deep fractures in the hearts of others. Your journey through suffering is not a path of torment, but a crucible for your awakening. A sacred forge where the raw materials of your soul are refined. Each emotional trial you endure does not merely scar you. It sculpts you, shaping you into a vessel capable of holding greater wisdom, compassion, and love. Every tear you shed is not a sign of defeat, but a droplet of grace, carving out the contours of your soul preparing you for a deeper communion with the divine. Imagine your life as a block of unshaped marble, full of potential, but rough, unrefined. It is through the chisel of suffering that you are being carved into a masterpiece. The hammer strikes. Those moments of intense pain, loss, or confusion may seem harsh, but they are purposeful. With every blow, a part of your old self falls away, revealing the beauty that lies beneath. The divine artist is at work within you, using your hardships as tools to reveal the sacred within, transforming your brokenness into brilliance. You are not merely surviving your pain, you are mastering it. You are learning to alchemize your sorrow into strength, to transform your wounds into wisdom. Think of your suffering as the heat required to turn iron into steel. It strengthens you, makes you resilient, and prepares you for a greater purpose. The fires of adversity are not meant to consume you, but to refine you, just as gold is purified in the flame. Understand that your suffering is not meaningless. It is preparing you for a role that transcends the ordinary, awakening you to a deeper purpose. You are being called to something higher, something that can only be fulfilled through the lessons your pain has taught you. Your struggles are the spiritual weights that, when lifted, build the muscles of your soul. Every challenge is an opportunity to rise, to grow, and to align yourself with the divine will. But why does pain serve as such a powerful catalyst for spiritual awakening? The answer lies in the nature of suffering itself. Pain strips away the illusions we cling to, the masks we wear, and the distractions we use to avoid facing our true selves. In the rawness of suffering, we are forced to confront the deepest truths of our existence, our vulnerability, our interconnectedness, and the impermanence of life. This confrontation with truth is the essence of spiritual awakening. It is the moment when we realize that the walls we have built around our hearts are unnecessary, and that the very pain we have been avoiding holds the key to our liberation. Your deepest wounds, therefore, are not mere afflictions, but are the experiences that enhance your ability to empathize, connect, and heal. As you navigate your darkest moments, you gradually unlock a profound spiritual truth. Healing yourself and healing others are intertwined destinies. Each step toward your own healing is a step toward understanding and alleviating the suffering of others. Your personal victories become collective triumphs, as the wisdom you gain from your pain ripples out to touch the lives of those around you. In today's world, where sensitivity is often viewed through the narrow lens of medical labels, we find ourselves in need of a new narrative around pain and suffering, one that honors the depth of human experience rather than diminishes it. Society frequently tries to numb, suppress, or fix those who feel deeply, categorizing their emotions as disorders to be cured. But what if, instead of silencing sensitivity, we began to see pain as an extraordinary force for growth and transformation? Rather than avoiding discomfort, we could recognize it as the very thing that awakens our most profound potential. The mainstream approach is quick to pathologize what it can't easily understand, rushing to diagnose what doesn't fit neatly into the boxes of modern psychology. But your intense emotions and difficult experiences are not problems to be solved. They are signals of your capacity for something greater. These feelings are not symptoms. They are signs of your ability to channel energy, heal from deep wounds, and in doing so, help others transform their own pain. Take a moment to reflect on the traditional healers in indigenous cultures. These individuals were not just tolerated because of their connection to suffering, they were revered. Their hardships were not seen as weaknesses but as spiritual initiations, rites of passage that prepared them to guide others toward healing. Just as a sword is forged in fire, so too were these healers tempered by life's trials, emerging with the wisdom, resilience, and power to mend the brokenness in their communities. In the same way, your own wounds are not flaws. They are sacred markers of your readiness to heal, both yourself and others. These scars become your sources of strength, allowing you to connect with others in a way that is raw, real, and deeply transformative. It's also important to seek out mentors or guides, people who have walked similar paths and can offer insight as you navigate the complexities of your gift. These relationships will help you refine your abilities, turning what others might see as a vulnerability into a profound source of healing. In reclaiming your role as a healer, you shift from being viewed as a patient who needs fixing to someone who carries the rare and precious ability to touch the world's wounds with hands shaped by your own suffering. You are not broken. You are becoming whole. By embracing your sensitivity, you stand as a bridge between the pain of the past and the potential for a future filled with compassion, understanding, and renewal. This is not just about healing yourself. It's about reclaiming the power that has always been within you. The power to transform pain into wisdom, to turn wounds into lessons, and to guide others through their own journey of healing. You are a living testament to the strength that comes from vulnerability, and your role in this world is nothing less than sacred. Throughout cultures and spiritual traditions, the archetype of the wounded healer shines as a profound symbol of transformation and redemption. From Christ in Christianity to the shamans of indigenous cultures, these figures are more than just icons. They represent a deep universal truth. Personal suffering, when faced with courage and acceptance, has the power to become a wellspring of healing, not just for the individual, but for the entire community. In Christianity, Christ is often regarded as the ultimate wounded healer. His suffering on the cross and subsequent resurrection serve not only as acts of redemption for believers, but as powerful demonstrations of how pain can be transformative. Christ's wounds, the very marks of his crucifixion, are not symbols of defeat or failure. Rather, they represent his profound empathy for human suffering and his unparalleled ability to heal the spiritual ailments of the world. His journey reveals an essential spiritual truth. Real healing often demands sacrifice, endurance, and the willingness to bear the weight of others' pain. Through his wounds, Christ offers believers a model for finding redemptive meaning in their own trials, encouraging them to see their struggles not as the end, but as the very path toward growth, compassion, and inner peace. In many shamanic traditions, the role of the healer is similarly intertwined with personal suffering. A shaman is not simply born into their role. They are often forged through the fire of intense personal trials. These may include severe illness, near-death experiences, or moments of profound spiritual crisis. In these traditions, it is understood that only those who have walked through the depths of suffering can truly guide others to healing. The shaman's wounds are not just physical or emotional, they are sacred. They represent the shaman's ability to move between the physical and spiritual realms, acting as a bridge between worlds. Through their suffering, shamans gain the wisdom and spiritual insight necessary to heal the deep fractures within their communities, using their pain as a powerful tool for transformation. These archetypes serve as timeless reminders that suffering is far from meaningless. Instead, it can be a sacred initiation, a channel through which profound understanding, personal growth, and communal healing are made possible. The wounded healer archetype teaches us that, when we confront our pain head-on, we don't just heal ourselves. We open a doorway to collective healing, bringing light to the hidden wounds of humanity. Your journey through suffering is not solitary. It ripples outward, touching the lives of those around you, offering them hope, comfort, and the understanding that pain, though difficult, holds within it the seeds of transformation. By embracing your wounds, you become the healer the world so desperately needs, capable of leading others through the dark valleys of their own souls toward the light of renewal and wholeness. The power of the wounded healer archetype is universal, transcending cultures, beliefs, and times. It reminds us that within the depths of our suffering lies the key to our greatest strength. That through our wounds, we not only heal ourselves, but ignite the flame of healing in others. And in this shared healing, we find the deeper purpose of our pain, to become the hands that mend the broken and the light that guides the lost. As a healer, your work is not just about addressing the physical symptoms of pain, It is about delving into the spiritual and emotional roots of suffering. Healing is not merely a clinical procedure. It is a sacred art form, an intricate dance of rituals, prayers, and meditative practices that, when performed with intention and reverence, transform the act of healing into a deeply spiritual experience. Visualize yourself as a conduit between the tangible and the ethereal. Each healing session is a ritual that transcends the physical and taps into the spiritual energies of the universe. This perspective shifts your practice from the mechanical to the mystical, where every touch, every word, and every intention carries a deeper significance. In this sacred space, healing transcends the boundaries of the body and touches the soul, offering not just physical relief, but spiritual liberation. Your rituals may begin long before the actual healing session. Perhaps you start with the lighting of a candle or the burning of sage, each flame and smoke plume carrying away the impurities of the physical space. Maybe you chant or pray, invoking the divine or setting intentions. Your voice, weaving a protective and sacred ambiance around the healing space. These rituals purify, protect, and sanctify, ensuring that both you and the one receiving healing are enveloped in a cocoon of spiritual energy. The inclusion of prayers in your healing practice is a profound acknowledgement of the forces beyond your immediate control. Whether you are praying to a deity, the universe, or the innate wisdom within each being. These prayers are a humble admission of your role not as the ultimate healer, but as an instrument of a greater healing power. This humility deepens the trust between you and those you help, reinforcing the belief that the healing process is a cooperative, interdependent dance between the human and the divine. Your journey as a healer is sacred. It is not defined by the wounds you carry, but by the wisdom and compassion you garner from them. These wounds are not mere scars. They are badges of honor, testaments to your resilience, and the keys to unlocking a deeper connection with those you aim to heal. As you continue on this path, remember that every challenge, every setback, and every moment of suffering has the potential to deepen your capacity to heal. Embrace these experiences, learn from them. Allow them to refine your spirit and your skills. In doing so, you not only heal yourself but extend that healing outward, like ripples across a pond, touching lives and soothing spirits far beyond your immediate reach. Share your stories. Speak of your struggles and your triumphs, your pains and your discoveries. Each narrative you share casts light into the shadows of another's path, offering hope and guidance. Your voice can validate, inspire, and empower others to see their wounds not as ends but as beginnings, portals to a richer, more fulfilling life dedicated to healing and growth. Step forward with pride and confidence in your role as a healer. Know that your journey is sacred, your work invaluable, and your impact profound. Let your life be a testament to the power of healing that begins within and extends infinitely outward, carrying with it the promise of renewal and the profound joy of service. At this very moment, you might feel a tingling sense of curiosity, or even an overwhelming sense of resonance with what you are about to hear. You've never quite fit in, have you? You've walked a path that feels different, one that doesn't seem to align with the lives of those around you. People may have seen you as peculiar, and you've often wondered why certain experiences gravitate towards you while others seem untouched by the invisible forces shaping your life. But the truth is, nothing has been accidental. There's a reason why you've stumbled across this message, and it goes deeper than coincidence. This is the moment you were destined to encounter because you are a chosen one. You've always felt it, a quiet knowing, a gentle pull. This message has found you at exactly the right time because your soul is ready. Ready to remember the sacred contract you signed long before you were born, a contract that holds the key to unlocking your immense, unseen power. Every struggle you've faced, every moment of joy and pain, has not been random. Each step has been a part of a grand design, a carefully crafted path, guiding you toward your awakening. Today, we will dive deep into understanding this contract, your soul contract, and uncover the vast, divine potential waiting to be activated within you. If this message resonates with you, it's not by chance. The universe is speaking directly to you, reminding you of the power you hold within. You are here to do something extraordinary, so stay with me until the very end, and together, we will embark on a journey that will change the course of your life. Before you entered this world, your soul entered into a sacred agreement with Source, a divine contract that would define not only your life's purpose, but also the vast untapped power that you carry within. This contract was not written on paper, nor signed with ink. It is far more profound, woven into the very essence of your being, encoded within your soul's blueprint. In the physical world, contracts are tangible, legally binding agreements. However, your soul contract transcends this realm. It is a spiritual vow, a promise made with the divine, defining your role in both your personal journey and the collective evolution of humanity. The moment you signed this contract, you agreed to a life of challenges, triumphs, moments of profound joy, and intense sorrow, all orchestrated to prepare you for the ultimate awakening of your true power. This sacred agreement explains the deep sense of otherness you've always felt, the feeling that you are walking a path few can understand. It explains the synchronicities that seem too perfect to be mere coincidence, the magnetic pull you feel towards certain people, places, and events. These are not accidents. They are subtle reminders from Source, guiding you back to the purpose you set for yourself before you incarnated into this physical existence. Each person you meet, each event you experience, no matter how brief or seemingly insignificant, plays a role in fulfilling your soul contract. The people who challenge you, the circumstances that stretch you to your limits, they are all part of a divine plan, designed to help you grow, evolve, and step into the immense power that is your birthright. This journey is not just about your personal growth, it's far grander than that. You are playing a role in the cosmic mission, a mission that spans lifetimes, dimensions, and realities. Your challenges are not random. They are deliberate, placed on your path to refine your abilities and awaken the dormant power within you. The contract you signed is both a map and a key, guiding you toward the realization of your purpose and unlocking the vast, unseen power that has been waiting to be fully activated. As you walk this path, the universe speaks to you in whispers, offering guidance in the form of signs, synchronicities, and intuitive nudges. Many people dismiss these as mere coincidences, but as a chosen one, you know better. You've likely noticed patterns in your life. Certain numbers appearing repeatedly, significant events aligning in inexplicable ways, or moments of profound clarity that seem to come out of nowhere. These are not random occurrences. They are the universe's way of nudging you toward the remembrance of your soul contract. Synchronicities are the universe's love language. They are gentle confirmations that you are aligned with your soul's purpose, that the choices you are making and the direction you are headed are in harmony with the divine plan. Have you ever thought about someone only for them to call or text moments later? Or have you experienced déjà vu, as if you've been here before? These are subtle reminders of the interconnectedness of your existence. The threads of your soul contract, weaving themselves into the fabric of your daily life. But it goes even deeper. As you awaken to your true power, you may find that your intuition is becoming stronger, more finely tuned. You start to just know things without logical explanation. You feel drawn to certain people or experiences, even if you don't fully understand why. This is your higher self, the part of you that is eternally connected to Source, guiding you toward the next step in your journey. The awakening of your true power is a gradual process, often beginning in subtle ways. You may start to notice an increased sensitivity to the energies around you, an ability to sense when something is off, or a pull towards spiritual practices that help you connect with your higher self. This is no accident. Your soul is guiding you back to the path you agreed to walk before you were born. The more you trust these feelings, the more clearly you will hear the whispers of the universe. Recognizing these signs is the first step toward unlocking your full potential. They are the universe's way of communicating with you, reminding you of the power you hold and the purpose you came here to fulfill. As you deepen your awareness of these signs, you will begin to see them more frequently, each one acting as a stepping stone on the path to your ultimate awakening. Within you lies a power so vast and so profound that it transcends the physical realm. This power is not external. It is not something you need to seek out in the world around you. It has always been within you, waiting patiently to be awakened. But here's the secret. Awakening this power is not an instantaneous event. It unfolds gradually as you walk your path, face your trials, and learn who you truly are at the deepest level. At the core of this awakening is self-awareness. To truly unlock the power within, you must first recognize that you are not limited by the constraints of the physical world. As a chosen one, you operate on a higher spiritual frequency, one that allows you to access the unseen forces of the universe. This means you have the ability to influence energy, manifest your desires, and co-create with the divine. You may have already experienced glimpses of this power, moments when your thoughts seem to directly shape your reality, when opportunities present themselves at just the right time, or when you feel an undeniable sense of alignment with the universe. These are not anomalies. They are signs that your power is awakening. However, with great power comes great responsibility. The universe has entrusted you with this gift because it knows you are capable of using it wisely. This power is not meant to be wielded for selfish purposes or to manipulate others. It is a sacred gift, meant to be used for healing, creation, and elevation, both of yourself and the world around you. To fully awaken the vast power within you, the key lies in aligning yourself with Source, the infinite, all-encompassing energy that permeates every corner of creation. Source is not some distant or external force. It is the very essence of existence, the foundational energy from which everything in the universe is born. It is the life force that flows through the stars, the planets, the earth, and most importantly, through you. This process of alignment requires a deep level of self-awareness. It is not simply about external practices or rituals, although those can certainly help. The true work lies in knowing yourself at the core, understanding your soul's unique desires, and becoming aware of the patterns, fears, and illusions that might be blocking the flow of Source energy. To align with Source, you must strip away the layers of ego and conditioning that have accumulated over time. This is not an easy task, as it requires honesty and vulnerability. You must confront parts of yourself that you may have hidden or denied, and learn to embrace your authentic self with compassion and love. As you continue on this journey of self-discovery, you will begin to see that the power you seek has always been within you. It has never been something external, nor something you need to earn or achieve. It is an inherent part of who you are, a vast, unseen force that resides in the depths of your being, waiting patiently to be unlocked and harnessed. The more you let go of the need to control or manipulate your life's direction, the more you will realize that everything you need to awaken this power is already present within you. When you signed your soul contract with Source, you didn't just agree to the joyful moments or the ease that would come with unlocking your power. You also agreed to face challenges, obstacles that would test the very limits of your endurance, patience, and spiritual strength. These challenges, while difficult, are not imposed upon you. They are not punishments from the universe. Rather, they are opportunities for growth, carefully placed on your path to help you awaken to the fullness of your potential. One of the most profound challenges you will face is isolation. This isn't the typical solitude that everyone experiences at times. It is a deeper sense of separation, a feeling that the people around you cannot understand the weight of your journey or the depth of your soul. You may feel like an outsider, not because you are different in a superficial sense, but because your soul operates on a higher frequency, one that not everyone can resonate with. This isolation can lead to moments of profound loneliness. You may question your place in the world and wonder if anyone else truly grasps the scope of your existence. However, this isolation is not a curse. It is a necessary part of your spiritual journey. It forces you to look inward, to cultivate a stronger connection with Source, and to develop the inner strength needed to fulfill your soul contract. Another challenge you will likely face is the experience of setbacks. Just when you think you've gained momentum, life may throw a curveball your way, disrupting your plans and causing you to question whether you're truly on the right path. These setbacks are not random occurrences. They are deliberate and purposeful tests designed to build your resilience and strengthen your spiritual muscles. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to refine your abilities and grow closer to your ultimate awakening. By embracing these challenges with courage and grace, you will develop the strength needed to wield the immense power that lies within you. You will come to understand that the struggles you face are not roadblocks, but stepping stones on your path to mastery. At the heart of your soul contract is a cosmic mission, a purpose that extends beyond your personal life and into the collective evolution of the universe. When you agreed to this mission, you made a commitment not only to yourself, but to all of creation. This mission is unique to you, shaped by your gifts, your experiences, and the lessons you are meant to share with the world. Your mission may not always be clear, especially in the early stages of your awakening. You may feel a sense of purpose without knowing exactly what it is, or you may struggle to understand how your experiences fit into the larger picture. But as you continue to grow and evolve, the pieces of the puzzle will begin to fall into place. This mission is not about external validation, fame, or fortune. It is about service. Service to the universe, to humanity, and to the divine. It is about using your gifts to elevate others, to bring light into the world, and to contribute to the collective awakening of consciousness. Your cosmic mission may involve healing, teaching, creating, or simply being a beacon of light for others to follow. Whatever form it takes, it is a sacred calling that only you can fulfill. And as you continue to walk this path, you will begin to see how your challenges, your gifts, and your soul contract are all interconnected, leading you toward the fulfillment of your mission. One of the most crucial aspects of fulfilling your soul contract is learning to align yourself with the energy of Source. This is the energy of creation itself, the infinite flow of divine love and wisdom that permeates all of existence. When you align with this energy, you tap into the limitless power of the universe, allowing it to flow through you and guide your every step. Alignment with Source is not something that can be forced. It is a natural state of being that arises when you live in harmony with your true self and your soul's purpose. You will know you are in alignment when life begins to flow effortlessly, when synchronicities and opportunities appear at just the right time, and when you feel a deep sense of peace and clarity. To maintain this alignment, it is essential to cultivate practices that keep you connected to your higher self and the divine. Meditation, prayer, and mindfulness are powerful tools that can help you attune to the energy of Source and maintain your alignment. These practices quiet the noise of the external world and allow you to tune into the subtle vibrations of the universe. Another important aspect of aligning with Source is learning to let go of resistance. As a chosen one, you may feel a strong desire to control the outcome of your life, to make things happen according to your own timeline. However, true alignment with Source requires surrendering to the divine plan. This does not mean giving up on your dreams, but rather trusting that the universe knows what is best for you and will guide you toward the fulfillment of your soul contract in its own perfect timing. As a chosen one, you are far more than a mere bystander or passive participant in the grand tapestry of the universe. You are an active co-creator, a powerful being working in constant partnership with the divine to shape not only your reality, but also the greater fabric of existence itself. The role you play is deeply profound, for you possess the extraordinary ability to manifest your desires, dreams, and purpose into physical form, aligning with the energy of creation to bring forth new possibilities into the world. This power to co-create is not something given to you by external forces. It does not come from society, other people, or even a religious authority. Instead, it emerges from within you, springing from the deepest parts of your soul. It is an innate gift, a natural extension of your essence, and it is activated through your direct and intimate connection to Source, the infinite creative force that flows through all things. Source, sometimes called the divine, God, the universe, or the cosmic consciousness, is the ultimate energy behind creation, and as a chosen one, you are intrinsically connected to this boundless power. You are not separate from the universe. You are a vital part of it. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every intention you set carries an energetic frequency that resonates with the field of creation. When you fully realize this, you understand that your reality is not something that merely happens to you. You are not a victim of circumstance, nor are you at the mercy of life's unpredictability. Instead, you are a deliberate architect of your own experience. You have the power to influence the events, opportunities, and relationships that manifest in your life. This creative power begins with your thoughts and intentions. Every thought you have is a form of energy. Whether conscious or unconscious, your thoughts emit a vibration that interacts with the quantum field, the invisible web of energy that connects all things. When you focus your mind on a desire or goal with clarity and conviction, you send out energetic signals that the universe responds to. The clearer and more focused your thoughts and intentions, the stronger the energy you project into the world, and the more quickly your reality begins to shift in response. As you continue to evolve and embrace your role as a co-creator, you will come to realize that there are no limits to what you can achieve when you are aligned with Source. The power within you is limitless, a direct reflection of the infinite creative force that birthed the cosmos. You are here to create miracles, to shape a reality that is in harmony with your soul's deepest desires, and to contribute to the collective evolution of humanity. This is the sacred role you have been called to fulfill, and the universe is supporting you every step of the way. As we come to the end of this journey, remember this: you are a chosen one. The power you hold within is vast, unseen, and waiting to be fully realized. Your soul contract with Source is a testament to the higher purpose you are here to fulfill, and the universe is constantly working with you, guiding you, and supporting you on your path. Every challenge you face, every moment of joy, and every experience you encounter is a stepping stone toward your ultimate awakening. By aligning with the energy of Source, embracing your role as a co-creator, and trusting in the divine plan, you will unlock the immense power that has always been within you. Now take a moment to reflect on everything you've learned. Trust in your soul contract, trust in your purpose, and know that the universe is waiting for you to fully step into your greatness. If you made it this far, you are truly connected to your purpose. Like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment with the number 77 to send a signal to the universe that you are ready to unlock your full potential. Remember, the universe is always working in your favor. You are powerful beyond measure. Embrace it, trust in yourself, and keep walking your divine path. The universe is waiting for you. Have you ever felt a quiet stirring deep within your soul? A gentle pull towards something greater, something divine? What does it truly mean to be chosen by God, to be set apart for a higher purpose that can transform not only your life, but the world around you? Is it a calling woven into the very fabric of your being from the moment you were born, or does it emerge as your life unfolds, revealing itself through the experiences and challenges you face? These are the questions that have long captivated the hearts and minds of spiritual seekers. Today, we invite you to join us on a profound journey as we uncover the 7 divine secrets of how God chooses His chosen ones. Stay with me until the end, because these revelations have the potential to shift your perspective and change your life in ways you may never have imagined. To understand how God chooses His chosen ones, we must first explore what it truly means to be chosen. There's often a common misunderstanding that being chosen by God implies favoritism, as though God arbitrarily selects certain individuals over others. But nothing could be further from the truth. Being chosen is not about favoritism. It's about alignment, being in harmony with the divine will. It's about being receptive to the subtle yet powerful call from within, a call that aligns your soul with the higher purposes that God has designed for you. This alignment is not something that can be forced or fabricated. It's a natural resonance, a deep connection that exists on the soul level, a divine relationship that has always been there, waiting for you to acknowledge it. Those who are chosen are not picked because they are somehow better or holier than others. Rather, they are uniquely suited to fulfill a specific role in God's grand design. This is the foundation from which the 7 divine secrets begin to unfold. Divine Secret 1: The Call to the Heart. The first secret of how God chooses the chosen ones lies in a simple yet profound experience: the call to the heart. This call is not a booming voice from the heavens, nor is it a dramatic event that shakes the foundations of your life. More often than not, it is a subtle inner stirring, an inexplicable feeling that something within you is awakening, urging you to seek a deeper connection with the divine. This call may come at unexpected moments, during times of immense joy, in the quietude of nature, or even in the midst of suffering and pain. It can manifest as an insatiable curiosity about the mysteries of life and the universe, or as a deep sense of longing to belong to something greater than oneself. Many of those who are chosen report feeling as though they have a mission or calling, even if they don't yet know what it is. What makes this call unique is its unshakable nature. It is not driven by external motivations such as fame, wealth, or recognition. Instead, it comes from a deeper knowing that there is more to life than what the eyes can see or the mind can comprehend. It is a call to step out of the mundane and into the extraordinary. But here's the catch. Not everyone who feels this call responds to it. Life's distractions, fears, and doubts can drown out this divine whisper. Many ignore it, often for years, convinced that they are not worthy or that the call is simply a figment of their imagination. However, for the chosen ones, this call persists. It echoes in their hearts, growing louder and clearer with each passing day until they can no longer ignore it. It is this irresistible pull toward the divine that marks the beginning of their journey as chosen ones. The journey that begins with the call to the heart is not an easy one. It requires courage, faith, and a willingness to step into the unknown. However, those who heed the call often find their lives changing in remarkable ways. New doors open, unexpected opportunities arise, and synchronicities occur that confirm they are on the right path. It is as though the universe itself is conspiring to help them fulfill their higher purpose. Divine Secret 2: The Purification Process. After the call to the heart is answered, the next phase in the journey of the chosen one is the purification process. This is one of the most essential yet misunderstood steps in spiritual evolution. Purification is not simply about moral or ethical cleansing. It goes far deeper. It's a process of spiritual refinement where the soul is stripped of the layers of ego, fear, and attachment that have accumulated over lifetimes. These layers are like veils that obscure the soul's true light, preventing it from fully shining. The purification process often begins subtly, with the chosen one becoming more aware of their inner world. They begin to notice thought patterns, emotional wounds, and limiting beliefs that no longer serve them. These realizations can be uncomfortable and even painful, as the chosen one is forced to confront parts of themselves they've long buried or ignored. However, these confrontations are essential for growth. In the depths of this purification process, the chosen one will face their greatest fears, their deepest insecurities, and the shadows of their past. They may experience moments of doubt, despair, or confusion, wondering if they are truly on the right path. Yet, these dark nights of the soul are the very crucibles in which spiritual growth occurs. As Meister Eckhart wisely stated, when the soul wants to experience something, she throws out an image in front of her and then steps into it. The purification process is not about perfection, but about progress. With each layer that is stripped away, the chosen one becomes more aligned with their divine purpose. They shed old identities, beliefs, and attachments, becoming more attuned to the higher frequencies of love, grace, and wisdom. Letting go is a central theme in purification. The chosen ones must learn to release what no longer serves their soul's growth, whether it be toxic relationships, outdated beliefs, or unhealthy habits. This process of letting go is not easy, as it often requires a deep level of trust and surrender. But in releasing these burdens, the chosen one experiences a profound sense of liberation, clarity, and inner peace. Divine Secret 3. The Awakening of Spiritual Gifts. As the chosen ones progress through the purification process, something miraculous begins to happen. Their spiritual gifts, innate abilities that have long been dormant, start to awaken. These gifts are not given arbitrarily. They are specific to the soul's purpose and are meant to aid the chosen one in their divine mission. Some may possess the gift of healing, with the ability to channel divine energy to bring about physical, emotional, or spiritual healing in others. Others may be endowed with the gift of prophecy, receiving insights or visions about the future, guiding others with divine wisdom. Still, others may possess the gift of discernment, being able to perceive the true nature of people and situations beyond the surface. The awakening of spiritual gifts is often closely tied to the purification process. As the chosen ones shed their egoic attachments, their divine essence shines through more clearly. They become more sensitive to the energies around them and within them. Their intuition sharpens, and they begin to experience life on a deeper, more mystical level. For some, the awakening of these gifts can be overwhelming. They may suddenly find themselves more attuned to the thoughts, emotions, and energies of others. They may experience dreams, visions, or intuitive flashes that challenge their perception of reality. While this can be disorienting, it is also a powerful confirmation that they are stepping into their role as a chosen one. However, it is important to remember that these gifts are not meant for self-glorification. The chosen ones must use their gifts in service to others in alignment with divine will. This responsibility requires humility, dedication, and a deep connection to the divine. Divine Secret 4. The Dance Between Destiny and Free Will. One of the most profound mysteries in the spiritual journey of the chosen ones is the interplay between destiny and free will. How can one be chosen, destined for a higher purpose, and yet still possess free will? This delicate balance between destiny and free will is a divine paradox that each chosen one must navigate. Destiny, in the spiritual sense, refers to the overarching divine plan for each soul. It is the blueprint of the soul's journey, outlining key experiences, challenges, and opportunities that will shape the soul's evolution. For the chosen ones, this destiny often involves significant roles in guiding, healing, or uplifting others. However, destiny is not a rigid script that dictates every moment of life. Instead, it is a framework within which free will operates. The chosen ones have the freedom to make choices that will either bring them closer to fulfilling their destiny or lead them astray. Each decision is an opportunity to align more deeply with divine will or to stray from it and learn through the consequences. The dance between destiny and free will is what makes the journey of the chosen ones so dynamic. While they are guided by a higher purpose, they are also empowered to shape their path through the decisions they make. The ego often seeks comfort, security, and recognition, while the soul's path may require sacrifice, courage, and faith. The chosen ones must learn to discern between the voice of the ego and the call of their destiny. Through the practice of spiritual discernment, they learn to tune into the divine guidance within them, allowing their choices to align with their higher purpose. This discernment is not always easy, as the distractions of the world and the desires of the ego can cloud their judgment. But through consistent spiritual practice, whether through meditation, prayer, or mindfulness, the chosen ones develop the clarity and wisdom needed to make choices that honor their divine mission. Divine Secret 5. The power of intuition and inner guidance. For the chosen ones, intuition is not just a helpful tool, it is an essential part of their spiritual journey. Intuition is often described as the voice of the soul, a direct line of communication between the chosen one and the divine. It is through intuition that they receive insights, warnings, and guidance that help them navigate their path. In a world that often values logic, reason, and external validation, trusting intuition can be challenging. However, for the chosen ones, intuition is a gift from the divine, a form of communication that transcends the limitations of the rational mind. It is a way for the chosen ones to access information and understanding that is not available through ordinary means. As they progress on their spiritual journey, the chosen ones often find that their intuition becomes stronger and more reliable. This is because they are constantly attuning themselves to the frequency of the divine, clearing away the noise of the ego and becoming more receptive to subtle energies. Intuition can manifest in many forms: gut feelings, flashes of insight, dreams, or even synchronicities that seem too meaningful to be mere coincidence. One of the most important lessons for the chosen ones is learning to trust their intuition, even when it contradicts conventional wisdom. Intuition is gentle and calm, coming from a place of inner peace and wisdom. It is not driven by fear, desire, or insecurity. These are the voices of the ego. The chosen ones must learn to recognize the difference between these two voices and to follow their inner guidance even when it doesn't make logical sense. The more they trust and act on their intuition, the more it guides them toward their divine purpose. They may find that they are led to the right people, places, and opportunities at just the right time. Their intuition helps them avoid pitfalls and challenges that could derail their progress. By following their inner guidance, the chosen ones fulfill their role as channels of divine wisdom, bringing clarity and truth to the world. Divine Secret 6. The transformative power of service and selflessness. One of the most significant aspects of the chosen one's journey is the realization that their spiritual gifts, insights, and alignment with divine will are not for their own benefit. They are meant to be used in service to others. Service is at the heart of the chosen one's mission. It is not just an action they perform, but a state of being. Selflessness in this context is not about neglecting oneself, but about understanding that true fulfillment comes from contributing to the well-being of others. The chosen ones recognize that their spiritual gifts are not for self-glorification, but for the upliftment of humanity and the world. This service can take many forms. It might involve healing, teaching, guiding, or simply embodying love and compassion in daily life. The chosen ones understand that every action, no matter how small, has the potential to create a ripple effect that can touch countless lives. Through service, the chosen ones experience profound spiritual rewards. These rewards are not material, but spiritual. They come in the form of inner peace, a sense of connection to the divine, and the knowledge that they are making a positive impact on the world. Service also purifies the soul, as the chosen ones focus on the needs of others, letting go of ego-driven desires and attachments. Service deepens the chosen one's connection to the divine. As they give of themselves, they open their hearts to the flow of divine love and grace. This flow is reciprocal. The more they give, the more they receive, not in material terms but in spiritual abundance. Divine Secret 7. Trusting in divine timing. The final secret of how God chooses the chosen ones lies in the mystery of divine timing. While the chosen ones may feel a sense of urgency to fulfill their mission, they must also learn to trust in the timing of the divine. Divine timing ensures that everything unfolds according to a higher order, an order that is often beyond human comprehension. Patience is one of the greatest virtues the chosen ones must cultivate. There may be periods of waiting, during which they are being prepared, tested, and refined. These periods of waiting are not wasted. They are essential for the chosen one's growth and development. Through patience, the chosen ones learn to trust that everything they need will come to them at the right time, and that their mission will be fulfilled in perfect alignment with divine will. Divine timing also ensures that the chosen one's actions, insights, and gifts are aligned with the needs of the world. Their contributions are most impactful when they occur at the right moment, when the world is ready to receive them. Trusting in divine timing requires surrender, letting go of the need to control outcomes and allowing the divine to guide the process. The chosen ones may find that their intuition helps them sense when the time is right to act and when it is better to wait. By aligning their free will with divine timing, they create harmony between their personal desires and the greater divine plan. As we conclude this exploration of how God chooses the chosen ones and the 7 divine secrets that guide their journey, it is clear that this path is one of deep meaning and great responsibility. The chosen ones are called to live lives of service, to continually align with divine will, and to embrace the mysteries of divine timing and intuition. The journey of a chosen one is not about perfection. It is about authenticity, growth, and the willingness to align oneself with divine will. Mistakes will be made, and challenges will arise, but each of these experiences is an opportunity for deeper learning and greater alignment with the divine. By embodying the 7 divine secrets, the chosen ones contribute to the collective awakening of humanity. Their presence, actions, and insights inspire others to embark on their own spiritual journeys, creating a ripple effect that spreads throughout the world. The path of the chosen one is not easy, but it is deeply rewarding. It is a journey toward union with the divine, where the chosen one experiences a profound sense of peace, purpose, and fulfillment. They come to realize that they are not alone. God walks with them every step of the way, guiding, supporting, and helping them fulfill their highest potential. If you have resonated with the insights shared in this article, remember that you, too, may be among God's chosen ones. Embrace your role with humility, courage, and love, and know that your work is making a profound difference in the world. Stay blessed and continue shining your light. Thank you for watching, and as you continue on your spiritual journey, may you be guided by grace, wisdom, and divine love. Stay blessed, and until next time, keep shining your light. Are you feeling like life is shifting in ways you can't quite explain? As if the familiar is slowly peeling away, revealing something deeper, more profound. You may be stepping into your second awakening, a powerful transformation that changes not only how you see the world, but how you live in it. In today's video, we're diving into 12 unmistakable signs that your second awakening is happening right now. From heightened intuition to the spontaneous release of emotions, these are not just random occurrences. They are the universe's way of guiding you to a higher level of consciousness. If you resonate with this content and want to stay connected to more insights on spiritual awakening, conscious living, and personal transformation, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss out on the guidance that can help you navigate this beautiful and powerful journey. Now let's begin unfolding the 12 signs of your second awakening. The first sign, awakening to your vibrational reality. The gateway to your second awakening lies in a simple yet profound truth. Your thoughts, emotions, and actions are not random. They carry energy, shaping the world around you in ways you may not always see. Every thought sends out a ripple, every feeling creates a wave, and every action vibrates with an unseen frequency. As you awaken to this reality, you'll realize how much of your life has been on autopilot, with routines guiding your steps and unconscious habits setting the pace. But now, a new path calls you to step forward with deliberate, conscious intention, turning each moment into a mindful act of creation. Picture your morning, typically filled with rushed motions and scattered thoughts. Now imagine transforming it into a sacred ritual. Making coffee is no longer just a task, but an opportunity to connect with your higher self. As you grind the beans, feel the texture beneath your fingers. As the water boils, Let its warmth center you. As you pour it into your cup, take a deep breath and set an intention for the day. This small, deliberate act shifts your energy from reacting to the external world to mastering your internal reality. In this space, you are no longer merely moving through life. You are crafting it with purpose. As you begin to operate from this higher level of awareness, the world responds in kind. Without effort, you'll find new opportunities and people flowing into your life, aligning with the energy you now embody. Abundance no longer feels like something you must strive for. Instead, it naturally gravitates towards you, reflecting the harmony and grace you cultivate within. Your reality becomes a living mirror of your inner state, bringing you more of the peace, joy, and alignment you carry within your soul. The second sign: shifting from thinking to embodying. One of the biggest misconceptions we've been taught is that more thinking leads to more success. Society glorifies overanalysis, meticulous planning, and constant mental activity as the path to achievement. However, as your second awakening unfolds, you realize that true growth and abundance come not from thinking, but from embodying higher vibrations. Consider your daily interactions. Before, you might have spent hours over-preparing for meetings or conversations, meticulously planning every word to ensure the desired outcome. But now, you begin to trust the flow of life. You walk into the same meeting with a calm, grounded confidence, radiating a frequency that effortlessly draws respect and cooperation. You realize that your energy speaks louder than any carefully planned strategy. You're no longer a participant. You're leading the energy of the room with your presence, an unseen force that others naturally gravitate toward. As you embrace this new way of being, insights begin to flood your consciousness. Like beams of light piercing through a fog, they illuminate the path ahead with clarity and purpose. You no longer feel the need to tie your worth to mental activity or achievements, but to the purity of your vibration. This profound shift frees up mental space, allowing more creativity, synchronicity, and abundance to flow into your life, without the struggle and overthinking that used to consume your energy. The third sign: reality filter upgrade. A significant part of the second awakening is the experience of what can only be described as a reality filter upgrade. Your perception sharpens, and the mundane aspects of life start to pulse with a sense of magic and meaning. It's as if a veil is lifted, revealing a world that is far more vibrant and alive than you previously noticed. Take something as simple as watching the sunset. Where you once saw a fading ball of light, you now see a symphony of hues, each color blending into the next, stirring your soul and connecting you to the divine. Walking through nature, a single leaf might captivate you with its intricate veins, revealing the hidden universe within it. This heightened sense of awareness transforms even the most mundane tasks into profound moments of connection with the world around you. This upgrade is not just about seeing more, it's about feeling more deeply. Your senses become attuned to the subtleties of life, allowing you to connect with your environment on a more profound level. In Hindu mythology, Arjuna's divine vision of Krishna's cosmic form in the Bhagavad Gita is a powerful metaphor for this shift in perception. As Krishna reveals the infinite manifestations of the universe, Arjuna's limited perception of reality is shattered, granting him the courage and clarity to fulfill his dharma. Similarly, your second awakening opens your eyes to the interconnectedness of all existence, allowing you to perceive life in its true, vivid beauty. The fourth sign: transcending the spiritual ego. As you rise further along your spiritual path, you may encounter an unexpected and subtle challenge: the emergence of the spiritual ego. Unlike the ego you may have previously worked to transcend, this new form is more elusive, cloaked in the guise of wisdom, insight, and spiritual growth. It can be difficult to detect because it often feels like progress. You might begin to notice subtle feelings of superiority creeping in, perhaps when you compare your spiritual journey to others. A quiet sense of pride may arise when you believe you are more awakened or enlightened than those around you. You may even catch yourself judging others for not being as spiritually aware, subconsciously placing yourself on a pedestal, convinced that your insights and experiences make you more evolved. This phase is an important crossroads in your spiritual evolution. It is a natural part of the journey to confront the spiritual ego, but it is vital to recognize it for what it is, another layer of separation and illusion. The key to moving beyond this is to understand that true enlightenment has nothing to do with hierarchy or superiority. It is not a contest or a ranking of who is more awakened. As you transcend this phase, your actions become more genuine, flowing naturally from a place of humility and love. Your interactions with others shift. Rather than seeing them as less aware or judging their progress, you begin to understand their journeys with greater empathy and kindness. Your spiritual practice, once driven by the desire to achieve or be better, becomes rooted in simplicity and sincerity. It becomes less about performing spiritual tasks and more about embodying spiritual truths in every moment. This is where true awakening begins, not in the grandeur of what you have attained, but in the quiet, profound embrace of your shared humanity with all living beings. The fifth sign, moving from doing to being. We live in a world that constantly drives us to do more, acquire more, and chase after success. We are conditioned to believe that our worth is tied to our achievements, wealth, and productivity. But as your second awakening unfolds, you begin to see through this illusion. You realize that true fulfillment doesn't come from what you have or what you do, but from who you are in each moment. Instead of chasing the next promotion, the next material possession, or the next milestone, you start to value the power of presence. You find joy in simply being. Your commute to work transforms from a rush to complete tasks to a peaceful time of reflection. You feel the flow of your breath, the weight of your body in the seat, the world passing by outside your window. This simple act of mindfulness fills you with a sense of calm and connection to the now. As you surrender to the present moment, you allow divine energy to flow through you. Your relationships deepen, your work becomes a joyous expression of your true self, and life no longer feels like a constant chase. You've moved from doing to being, and in this state you discover the boundless joy and fulfillment of living in harmony with the universe. The sixth sign, emotional release and healing. During your second awakening, you might begin to feel waves of emotion wash over you, often without warning. These feelings can arise from the most unexpected places. A familiar melody from your childhood, a passing memory, or even a quiet moment of stillness. What might seem like random bursts of emotion are, in fact, powerful signs that your soul is in the process of deep healing. Old wounds, past traumas, and the weight of unspoken pain begin to surface, asking to be acknowledged and released. In this phase, you no longer push these emotions aside or bury them beneath layers of distraction. Instead, you begin to recognize them for what they truly are, sacred messengers from your inner self calling you to heal, grow, and transform. Think of those moments when a song unexpectedly brings tears to your eyes. It's not just nostalgia. It's your soul's way of shedding the layers of past hurt, grief, or longing that have been quietly building up within you. This is emotional alchemy, where pain is turned into peace and past burdens are transformed into freedom. With every release, you feel lighter, more whole, and closer to the truest version of yourself. This isn't just a fleeting emotional release. It's a profound, ongoing process of cleansing and renewal. By allowing yourself to fully feel and release these emotions, you make space for deeper clarity and healing, paving the way for a future filled with joy, lightness, and an unshakable sense of inner peace. In embracing this journey, you are freeing your spirit and welcoming the next chapter of your life with open arms and a heart unburdened by the past. The seventh sign, dissolution of old identities. As you journey deeper into your second awakening, something remarkable begins to unfold. The shedding of the old identities and roles that once defined you. The person you used to be, the one shaped by your career, family expectations, or societal norms starts to feel distant, almost like a faint echo of a former life. You begin to realize that many of the labels you wore were never truly yours. They were constructs handed down by society, shaped by external expectations and past achievements. Now, those identities no longer hold the same weight or meaning they once did. This process of dissolving old identities is both liberating and at times disorienting. You may feel a sense of loss or confusion as you let go of the titles and roles that once gave you a sense of security and belonging. But beneath the surface, something far more profound is happening. You are no longer bound by the limitations of who you were supposed to be. Instead, you are stepping into the fluidity of your true essence, a self that is ever evolving, free from the confines of labels and expectations. This evolving identity allows you to grow, transform, and embrace new possibilities that align with the deeper truths of who you are becoming. In this new space of authenticity, your soul begins to flourish. You are no longer striving to meet societal standards or live up to outdated definitions of success. Like Hypatia of Alexandria, the brilliant philosopher and mathematician who defied the conventions of her time to pursue her intellectual passions, you too are breaking free from the chains of conformity. Hypatia lived a life of courage and conviction, unafraid to challenge societal norms in her quest for knowledge and wisdom. Similarly, you are now moving toward a life of greater freedom and purpose, unshackled by the roles you once played. You are carving out a path where your true self can thrive, empowered by the realization that you are not defined by your past, but by the limitless potential of who you are becoming. This is the beauty of your second awakening, the shedding of old skins, the release of outdated identities, and the emergence of a self that is fluid, expansive, and authentic. As you embrace this newfound freedom, you step into a life that is aligned with your soul's deepest calling, a life where you can grow, evolve, and express your truest nature without limits. The eighth sign, intuitive lightning strikes. One of the most exhilarating elements of the second awakening is the sudden onset of intuitive clarity. Those moments where life-changing insights seem to appear out of nowhere, like bolts of lightning illuminating the darkest skies. You begin to experience a profound sense of inner knowing, trusting your gut instincts with a certainty you've never felt before. It's as if an invisible compass within you is guiding your every step, gently but powerfully steering you toward choices that are in perfect alignment with your soul's true path. Imagine deciding, seemingly on a whim, to take a spontaneous trip or start a new creative project. What initially feels like an impulsive choice unfolds into something transformative, opening doors to personal growth, new connections, and opportunities you never could have planned for. These decisions are not random. They are the results of your heightened intuition, now emerging as your most reliable guide. You no longer question whether your instincts are right, you simply know. This inner wisdom, sharpened by your awakening, leads you toward people, places, and experiences that resonate with your highest potential. In the rich tapestry of Yoruba mythology, Orunmila, the god of wisdom and divination, is revered for offering divine guidance to those seeking clarity. Orunmila's followers believe that through divination, he reveals hidden truths and provides insight that transcends ordinary perception. Much like those who turn to Orunmila, you begin to receive flashes of wisdom that seem to come from a higher source. These moments of revelation are not mere accidents or coincidences. They are the universe speaking directly to you, aligning your actions with the deeper currents of your destiny. As these intuitive strikes become more frequent, they begin to reshape your reality, making your journey through life feel less like a struggle and more like a dance with the divine. Each insight brings you closer to the realization that the answers you seek have always been within you, waiting to emerge when you are ready to listen. The ninth sign, seeing through the material, mirage. As your second awakening continues to unfold, you begin to see beyond the illusions of material possessions and the false promises of lasting happiness they offer. For so long, you may have been conditioned to believe that wealth, status, and accumulating things are the keys to fulfillment. But now, as your awareness deepens, you recognize that the true essence of joy and contentment cannot be found in what you own. Instead, it lies in the richness of experiences, the depth of relationships, and the beauty of authentic connections. You start to reassess how you spend your time, energy, and resources. No longer drawn to the endless chase of the latest gadgets or fleeting trends, you find yourself naturally gravitating toward experiences that nourish your spirit. The treasures you now seek are intangible: love, wisdom, connection, gifts that are timeless and infinitely more fulfilling than the temporary thrill of acquiring material goods. By detaching from the materialistic mindset, you open yourself to the profound joy of living a life rooted in love, connection, and purpose. Your relationships deepen as you invest more time and energy into those around you, and your experiences grow richer as you focus on moments that truly resonate with your soul. The fulfillment that arises from this shift in perspective is far greater than anything a possession could offer. It's a contentment that radiates from within, a feeling of peace and alignment with your true self, knowing that the greatest joys in life cannot be bought, but must be lived and felt deeply. The 10th sign: embracing present moment power. The second awakening invites you to step fully into the present moment where true power and joy are found. No longer is life something to rush through or merely endure. Instead, every moment, no matter how simple, becomes an opportunity to connect with a profound richness and depth you may have never imagined. It's as though the world comes alive in a way you hadn't noticed before, and suddenly, the ordinary feels extraordinary. As you eat a meal, you no longer just taste the food. You savor each bite, noticing the textures, flavors, and the energy that nourishes your body. When walking through nature, the colors seem more vibrant, the breeze against your skin more soothing, and the sounds of birds and rustling leaves more harmonious. In these moments, past anxieties and future worries gradually dissolve, losing their hold on your mind as you immerse yourself in the present, where true peace resides. This shift in focus sharpens not only your senses, but also your connection to life itself. You begin to experience every moment as a gift, something to cherish, rather than something to simply move through. Your life takes on a new quality, one of vibrancy, awareness, and authenticity. Each second becomes a celebration of existence, an opportunity to fully engage with the beauty that surrounds you. This is the essence of the second awakening, the realization that the present moment is not something to escape from or hurry past, but rather the most powerful and sacred place you can be. It is here, in the now, where true freedom, joy, and fulfillment await, if only you allow yourself to fully receive it. In embracing this way of being, you unlock the ability to live with a heart wide open, attuned to the infinite possibilities of each passing breath. The 11th sign: mission manifestation. As your second awakening deepens, you begin to discover a profound and undeniable sense of purpose, one that resonates deeply with your passions, values, and the core of who you are. This isn't just a passing interest or hobby that fades with time. It's a mission rooted in your very soul, a calling that compels you to make a meaningful contribution to the world. You no longer feel adrift or uncertain about your path. Instead, you are guided by a force that feels both powerful and inevitable, pushing you towards something greater. You may suddenly feel inspired to start a new venture, initiate a project that aligns with your heart's desires, launch a nonprofit to support a cause close to your soul, or perhaps write a book that shares your unique perspective and wisdom with the world. These actions are more than just tasks or goals. They are sacred expressions of your soul's higher purpose, channeling your gifts and talents into something that can leave a lasting imprint on others. This mission manifestation is one of the most powerful signs of your second awakening. It provides you with direction, illuminating the path ahead with a clarity that wasn't there before. Every action you take feels purposeful, aligned with your deepest truth. You move forward with a newfound sense of confidence and assurance, knowing that the work you do and the impact you have are truly meaningful. Your contributions are no longer driven by external pressures or societal expectations, but by the purest expression of your true self, creating ripples of positive change in the world. The 12th sign, greater compassion and empathy. The culmination of your second awakening reveals itself in a profound surge of compassion and empathy that flows effortlessly through you. You begin to experience a deeper connection with the people around you, as though their joys, sorrows, and challenges are intertwined with your own. This shift isn't just intellectual, it's felt deeply in your heart, awakening a heightened sensitivity to the human experience. Suddenly, you find yourself approaching difficult situations with a gentler hand. Where there might have once been judgment, there is now understanding. Where there might have been indifference, there is genuine care. You offer support and kindness, not out of obligation, but from an innate desire to uplift and heal. Your empathy expands, reaching not only those closest to you but also extending to strangers and those you may never meet. It's as if the barriers that once divided self and other are dissolving, leaving only a sense of unity and interconnectedness. As your second awakening continues to unfold, this newfound empathy becomes a guiding force in your life, transforming your relationships and worldview. Your heart opens wider, and your actions reflect the love and connection you feel with all of existence. This state of being turns you into a beacon of light, radiating compassion wherever you go, inspiring others to live with greater empathy, and contributing to a world that thrives on unity and understanding. Through this expanded sense of compassion, your second awakening reaches its fullest expression, guiding you to live in harmony with all beings. As we come to the end of this journey through the 12 signs of your second awakening, I hope you found clarity, inspiration, and perhaps even a reflection of your own experiences. Each of these signs is a powerful reminder that you are evolving, stepping into a higher state of consciousness where life is lived with greater depth, purpose, and alignment with your true self. Remember, this process is unique to you. Your second awakening is unfolding exactly as it should, guiding you toward a more fulfilling, connected, and enlightened way of being. Embrace every moment, every lesson, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. If you resonated with any part of this video, I encourage you to share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Let's grow together and continue supporting each other on this beautiful journey of awakening. And if you're looking for more guidance and inspiration along the way, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss future videos that will help you dive even deeper into your spiritual journey. Thank you for watching, and remember, your second awakening is not just happening to you, it's unfolding for you. Embrace it fully, and watch as your life transforms in extraordinary ways. Welcome, beloved of God. If you've stumbled across this message today, it's no coincidence. Divine alignment has brought you here, and something extraordinary is about to unfold in your life. Whether you realize it or not, you are on the brink of a breakthrough, and this moment is the key to unlocking the promises of God in your life. The truth we're about to uncover isn't new, it's eternal. Yet, it holds the power to revolutionize how you face your battles, claim your victories, and walk in your God-given purpose. Before we dive deeper, let me take a moment to thank you for supporting this channel. Your prayers, likes, shares, and donations through Super Thanks fuel this ministry, helping us spread God's word to countless hearts. If this message stirs your spirit, I invite you to comment 77 below as a declaration of faith that you are ready to receive the fullness of God's promises. Now pause and reflect on a powerful statement from Jesus. It is finished. These 3 words hold the weight of eternity, the fulfillment of God's redemptive plan for humanity. But what does this mean for you today? How does this truth apply to the struggles you face, the chains you long to break, and the blessings you've been praying for? Stay with me, because the revelation that follows may be the key to unlocking everything you've been seeking. Imagine a love so pure, so selfless, that it willingly endures unimaginable pain to bring you freedom. This love is more than words. It is action. It is the love of Christ, who chose to bear the weight of every sin, sickness, and sorrow for your healing and restoration. Have you ever felt so broken that healing seemed impossible? So burdened by life's struggles that peace felt like a distant dream? Isaiah 53 verse 5 reminds us of the profound sacrifice made for us. But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. This verse encapsulates the heart of Jesus' mission. His wounds were not accidental. They were purposeful, designed to carry the weight of our pain and bring us healing. It wasn't just physical suffering he endured. It was an act of divine exchange, his life for your wholeness. Think about it. The King of Glory, the creator of the universe, willingly submitted himself to humiliation and agony. Why? Because his love for you is immeasurable. When he carried the cross, he also carried every emotional wound, every sickness, and every burden you would ever face. Jesus' suffering wasn't limited to his time on earth. It transcends time, extending into your life today. Matthew 8:17 confirms, this was to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet Isaiah. He took up our infirmities and bore our diseases. When Jesus endured lashes, it wasn't just an act of brutality. Each stripe was a declaration of victory over every illness, heartache, and spiritual affliction. His wounds became the bridge between our brokenness and God's healing power. As 1 Peter 2:24 declares, he himself bore our sins in his body on the tree, that we might die to sin and live to righteousness. By his wounds, you have been healed. This healing isn't just physical. It's a profound restoration that touches every part of who you are. It's emotional, reaching into the deepest wounds of your heart, offering comfort for the pain you thought no one could see. It's spiritual, bridging the gap that sin created and drawing you back into the arms of a loving God who never stopped pursuing you. It's mental, replacing the chaos of anxiety and fear with peace that surpasses understanding. And yes, it is physical, bringing strength and renewal to your body in ways only he can. Through his sacrifice, Jesus has opened the door to complete wholeness. His love doesn't just mend what is broken, it transforms it into something new, something beautiful. Every scar becomes a testimony, every weakness a reminder of his strength working within you. The cross is the ultimate declaration that you are not beyond repair. You are seen, loved, and made whole. Now imagine living with this truth deeply rooted in your heart. How would it change your daily life? Would fear lose its grip, knowing that you're held in hands capable of restoring anything? Would your relationships deepen, reflecting the same love and forgiveness you've received? Would you embrace challenges with confidence, trusting that nothing is beyond his ability to redeem? This is not just a promise, it's an invitation. Believe this truth, and let it transform the way you think, act, and live. Your story is still being written, and with him, every chapter is one of healing, restoration, and purpose. But will you take the first step toward living in the fullness of this truth? When Jesus declared, "It is finished," he wasn't just marking the end of his earthly mission. He was proclaiming that every price for your salvation, healing, and freedom had been paid in full. Every sin, every struggle, every sickness, he carried it all so you wouldn't have to. Romans 8:11 assures us, "And if the spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead is living in you, he who raised Christ from the dead will also give life to your mortal bodies because of his Spirit who lives in you." The same power that raised Jesus from the grave, the power that overcame death, sin, and the forces of darkness, is alive in you today. It's not a distant or passive force. It is active, present, and available to transform every area of your life. This power isn't confined to the forgiveness of sins, though that alone is extraordinary. It goes far beyond, reaching into the deepest brokenness of your heart, mind, body, and spirit. It restores, renews, and revives what seems lost beyond repair. By his stripes, you are healed. Every lash he endured wasn't just for physical ailments, but for the emotional wounds, the scars of your past, and the hidden pain no one else sees. He bore it all so you could walk in wholeness. By his blood, you are redeemed. What was once stained by sin has been made clean. Your identity has been rewritten, not as a slave to guilt or fear, but as a beloved child of God. By his sacrifice, you are set free. The chains that held you, whether they were addictions, doubts, or insecurities, have been broken. You no longer have to live bound by what once kept you captive. This power changes everything. It gives you the strength to rise above circumstances, the courage to face challenges, and the hope to believe for miracles in your life. It empowers you to forgive, to love boldly, and to live in a way that reflects his victory. Do you truly grasp the magnitude of this truth? If you let it, this power will transform the way you see yourself and your purpose. You are not just surviving, you are living as a testament to the life-changing power of the resurrection. Healing is not just about physical ailments, it's about total restoration. The wounds Jesus bore were for every area of your life, your body, mind, soul, and spirit. Whatever pain you're carrying, whether it's the scars of the past, the weight of shame, or the ache of rejection, Jesus' sacrifice has already provided the healing you need. Isaiah 53:4-5 reminds us, "Surely he took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him, and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed." This healing is personal. It's for you. Right where you are, in the middle of your pain, your struggles, and your questions, his healing power is reaching out. Don't let the enemy whisper lies into your heart, convincing you that your pain is too great, your scars too deep, or your sin too heavy for God to handle. Those lies are meant to keep you bound in chains that Jesus already broke. Jesus bore it all. Every ounce of suffering, every moment of shame, every burden of guilt, he carried it willingly to the cross. He looked at the weight of your pain and didn't flinch. There is no wound so deep that his love can't heal it, no past so broken that his grace can't restore it. Whether it's a hidden hurt you've carried for years or a fresh wound that feels unbearable, he has already made a way for your healing. His power is limitless. It doesn't stop at forgiving your sins, though his forgiveness is more than enough. It goes further, touching every corner of your life. He wants to mend the parts of you that feel shattered, to soothe the pain that feels unrelenting, and to bring peace to the chaos inside you. His healing is complete, mind, body, and spirit. Peace is so much more than the mere absence of conflict or turmoil. It's a profound sense of wholeness, security, and rest that comes from being fully anchored in God. This kind of peace isn't fleeting or dependent on circumstances. It's supernatural, flowing directly from his presence into every area of your life. Philippians 4:7 assures us of this truth. "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." This isn't a peace the world can offer. It is divine, unshakable, and surpasses anything we can comprehend. But this peace came at a cost. It wasn't handed to you lightly or without sacrifice. Jesus endured the agony of chastisement, rejection, and suffering so that you could experience this gift of supernatural peace. The weight of your anxiety, the storms in your soul, and the unrest in your heart, all of it was placed on him. When he declared, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you," he wasn't speaking about a temporary relief from troubles. He was giving you access to a calm that anchors your soul, even when the waves of life rage around you. This peace doesn't mean life will be without challenges or storms, but it does mean you'll have an unshakable refuge in the midst of them. It guards your heart when fear tries to take hold and steadies your mind when doubt threatens to overwhelm. It's the quiet assurance that God is in control, that His plans for you are good, and that you are never alone. Through the wounds of Jesus, we are not only healed but also forgiven, a profound truth that carries eternal significance. Colossians 1:13-14 proclaims this powerful reality. For He has rescued us from the dominion of darkness and brought us into the kingdom of the Son He loves, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. This isn't just a distant hope or abstract promise. It's a rescue mission that Jesus completed for you. He reached into the darkness of sin and shame, pulling you out and bringing you into His glorious kingdom of light. Forgiveness is more than just a clean slate. It's a transformation. It's not simply erasing the record of your wrongs, but rewriting your story entirely. Through Christ's sacrifice, you are redeemed, made whole, and given a brand new identity. As 2 Corinthians 5:17 reminds us, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here. This is the miracle of forgiveness. It doesn't leave you where it found you. Instead, it makes you new, replacing guilt with grace and shame with the righteousness of Christ. When you accept this forgiveness, you are no longer defined by your past mistakes. They don't have the power to label you, control you, or hold you back. Instead, you are defined by who Jesus is and what He has done. His righteousness becomes your covering, His victory becomes your inheritance, and His love becomes the foundation of your life. Imagine stepping fully into this truth, living with the freedom that comes from knowing you are completely forgiven and wholly loved. Let go of the chains of guilt and shame. Step into your new identity, one marked by redemption, grace, and the unshakable peace of belonging to Christ. Beloved, the time to claim your inheritance is now. The healing, peace, and freedom that Jesus purchased for you on the cross are not distant promises or rewards for some future moment. They are already yours. These gifts of grace, paid for in full by His sacrifice, are waiting for you to receive them. Don't let fear, doubt, or the lies of the enemy convince you that you're unworthy or that it's not the right time. The enemy's greatest tactic is to keep you from stepping into the fullness of what God has promised, but the truth is, you were made for this. Now is the moment to take hold of all that God has prepared for you. Hebrews 10:23 calls us to boldness. Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for He who promised is faithful. God's promises are not fragile or uncertain. They are backed by His unchanging faithfulness. He is the God who keeps His word, the God who moves mountains, and the God who is ready to meet you in your need. Hold on to this hope with unshakable confidence, knowing that He will never fail you. As you embrace the healing, peace, and freedom found in Jesus, let it ignite a fire within you, a fire that transforms your life and draws others to the light of His love. Your journey is not just for you. It's a beacon of hope to those still searching. As Jesus said in Matthew 5:16, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. When you walk in God's promises, your life becomes a testimony of His grace and power. Don't wait another moment. Step forward in faith, claim your inheritance, and let your life shine as a living testament to the goodness of God. Let us close with a prayer together. Heavenly Father, we stand in awe of your love and the sacrifice of your Son, Jesus. We thank you for His wounds that brought us healing, His blood that redeemed us, and His peace that anchors us. Lord, we lay every burden at your feet and declare that by His stripes, we are healed. Let your Spirit move in power, breaking chains, mending hearts, and restoring lives. May each person here walk in the fullness of your promises, boldly declaring the truth of your love. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. My friends, if this message has touched your heart, I encourage you to share it, comment below, and declare your faith. Remember, by His stripes you are healed, forgiven, and set free. Live in this truth, and let your life testify to the power of His ultimate sacrifice. Chosen ones, what I'm about to share may catch you off guard. But know this: it is no accident that you're encountering this message at this precise moment. God's hand has guided you here because something extraordinary is stirring in your life. A profound transformation is unfolding within you, a shift from merely wanting to having. Yes, you heard that right. Those heartfelt prayers, those deep-seated hopes, and those dreams that once seemed distant are no longer just aspirations floating in the future. They are now stepping into the realm of your reality. This is not just a shift in mindset. It is a deep, spiritual, and energetic realignment. As one of God's chosen, you are about to witness things in your life aligning with such grace and speed that you will be left in awe. However, stepping fully into the blessings that God has prepared for you requires understanding how this shift works. It's about aligning your heart and soul with the divine so you can embrace the fullness of your purpose and desires. If you are truly among the chosen, you will feel drawn to this message. Something deep within your spirit will resonate, confirming that this truth is meant for you. And those who stay until the end, those who hold this truth close, will see their lives change in ways they once only dreamed of. Chosen ones, let's begin this journey by exploring the profound essence of desire. Desire is not just a fleeting wish or a casual thought. It is a sacred awareness of the gap between where you are and where you feel divinely destined to be. This gap is not merely a mental or emotional experience. It is a spiritual realization. Desire is, at its core, a signal from God. It reflects a divine understanding that you were created for more purpose, more growth, and more fulfillment. It is an internal call to step into the extraordinary, to embrace the next chapter of your story. Yet with this call often comes a stirring in the heart, a longing, an ache that something essential is just out of reach. You may be praying for a deeper love, financial provision, career success, or inner peace. Whatever your desire, it represents the sacred tension between your current reality and the divine destiny that awaits you. Desire, if misunderstood, can sometimes overwhelm us. It can fill us with frustration, impatience, or even doubt. But here's the truth: desire is not a burden or a weakness. It is a divine spark, igniting the fires of creation within you. The Bible illustrates this beautifully in the story of Hannah in 1 Samuel. She longed for a child with such intensity that her prayers moved her to the temple, where she poured out her heart to God. Her desire was not a flaw. It was the very force that drew her into a covenant with God. Through her faith, she was blessed with Samuel, who became a prophet. Could your desires be more than mere yearnings? Could they be sacred signals guiding you into deeper alignment with God's divine plan for your life? Consider this: every frustration, every hope, and every dream planted in your heart may carry a purpose far greater than you currently understand. These feelings may not be random. They could be part of God's intricate design, drawing you closer to the life He has prepared for you. Frustration, while uncomfortable, often serves as a catalyst for growth. It can push you to seek solutions, take bold steps, and lean on God for wisdom and direction. Hope, on the other hand, is a powerful force that keeps your heart anchored, reminding you that the story isn't over and that God is still working behind the scenes. Dreams, those vivid visions of what could be, might be God whispering to your spirit, awakening within you a hunger for the extraordinary life He's designed. Without desire, transformation would remain stagnant. Desire is the spark that ignites change, the holy discontent that calls you out of complacency and into action. It is through your longings that God stirs your soul, reminding you that you were made for more, for greater purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Think of Moses, whose desire to free his people burned so deeply that he left his comfort behind to answer God's call. Or consider Nehemiah, whose frustration over Jerusalem's broken walls propelled him into leadership and restoration. In each case, God used their desires to awaken something profound within them, guiding them to fulfill His plan. So ask yourself, what might God be using your own desires to awaken within you? How might He be using them to refine your character, deepen your faith, and guide you closer to Him? Now let's explore the powerful transformation that occurs when you shift from wanting to having. When you remain in a state of wanting, you inadvertently affirm lack. Each time you say, "I want this," or "I need that," you send a signal that what you desire is beyond your reach. This creates a cycle of longing, where fulfillment feels perpetually out of grasp. The Bible offers us guidance here. In Matthew 6:8, we are reminded, "Your Father knows what you need before you ask Him." When you focus on lack, you overlook the profound truth that God already knows your desires and has a plan for them. But what if, instead of yearning, you believe that your prayers were already answered? Jesus tells us in Mark 11:24, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." This verse is not merely about asking. It's about embodying a faith so deep and certain that you live as if your desires are already unfolding before you. Faith like this doesn't wait for evidence. It doesn't require visible proof or immediate results. Instead, it stands firm in the conviction that God's promises are true and His timing is perfect. This shift in perspective is transformative. When you move from longing to receiving, you no longer dwell in a mindset of lack or incompleteness. Instead, you embrace the energy of abundance and fulfillment, aligning yourself with God's will and timing. This transformation is not passive. It's a dynamic, active step into your divine role as a co-creator with God. When you truly believe that your prayers are being answered, your actions, thoughts, and emotions begin to align with that belief. You prepare for the blessings, creating space in your heart and life to receive them. When you make this shift, you transform from yearning to believing, unlocks the divine flow of blessings and positions you to receive them fully and joyfully. One of the greatest challenges in life is learning to trust in divine timing. In a fast-paced world that celebrates instant gratification, waiting often feels like a burden too heavy to bear. Delays can stir anxiety, doubts can creep in, and the desire to control outcomes can grow overwhelming. Yet Scripture provides a profound reminder in Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. These words invite us to step back and see life from a higher perspective, God's perspective. God's timing is not bound by human expectations or schedules. While we may view waiting as wasted time, He sees it as preparation. Like a master craftsman, God weaves the events of our lives with intricate care, ensuring every moment aligns with His perfect plan. But trusting in that timing requires a shift in mindset, from striving for control to surrendering in faith. When you trust divine timing, you release the need to dictate when or how your hopes and dreams will come to pass. Instead of clinging to anxiety, you embrace peace. Instead of dwelling on doubt, you lean into trust. This surrender doesn't mean passivity. It means acknowledging that God's wisdom far exceeds our own. His delays are not denials, but are often the very moments He uses to shape us, strengthen us, and prepare us for what lies ahead. Consider the relief that comes when you believe every step, even the setbacks, serves a divine purpose. The closed doors, the unexpected detours, the prolonged seasons of waiting, they are all pieces of a larger puzzle that only God can see. Imagine the freedom of releasing your worries and resting in the assurance that He is never early, never late, but always perfectly on time. So what would happen if you fully embraced this trust? You would find a profound peace that surpasses understanding, a joy that no delay could steal, and a hope that anchors your soul even in uncertain seasons. Trusting divine timing doesn't mean you won't face moments of doubt, but it does mean those moments won't define you. As you wait, remember this: God is not slow in fulfilling His promises. He is purposeful, and in His perfect time, everything will fall into place, not just as you imagined, but infinitely better. Faith is one of the most powerful forces in the human experience, a bridge that spans the gap between where you are and where you long to be. It is more than wishful thinking or fleeting hope. Faith is an active, unshakable conviction that what you desire is not just possible, but already taking shape, even when you cannot yet see it. The Bible captures the essence of faith in Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. These words reveal that faith isn't abstract or intangible. It has substance. It carries weight and power. Faith allows you to embody the feeling of having, even when your physical reality hasn't yet aligned with your vision. When you move in faith, your inner dialogue shifts. Instead of saying, "I hope this happens," you begin to declare, "I believe it is already happening." Faith transforms "I want" into "I have." This shift in mindset is crucial because it aligns your thoughts and emotions with your desires. Your heart begins to rest in assurance, no longer striving out of desperation, but moving forward in trust and confidence. However, faith is not passive. It requires movement. The Apostle James reminds us in James 2:26 that faith without works is dead. True faith compels action, steps that reflect your belief in the unseen. If you truly believe your dreams are on their way, your actions will naturally align with that belief. It may mean preparing for opportunities before they arise, investing time or energy into your goals, or simply showing gratitude in advance for what is yet to come. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. While you cannot immediately see the seed grow, you water it daily, trusting that it will sprout and flourish. Your faith in its growth motivates your actions. You don't just wait passively, you nurture it. Faith in your own life works the same way. It inspires you to take steps, even small ones, that move you closer to your vision. But let's be honest, faith isn't always easy. There will be moments when doubt tries to creep in, whispering questions like, "What if it doesn't happen?" Or, "What if I'm wrong?" In those moments, lean on God's promises. Remember that His timing is perfect and that He rewards those who trust Him completely. Faith is not about having all the answers. It is about trusting in the one who does. So what would it look like to walk fully in faith today? Perhaps it's choosing gratitude instead of fear. Perhaps it's taking one bold step toward your goal, even if the path ahead feels unclear. Or perhaps it's simply holding on to the truth that you are not walking this journey alone. Faith is the bridge between your desires and your reality. Cross it with confidence, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to the fulfillment of your dreams. With faith in your heart and actions to match, the impossible becomes possible, and what was once unseen becomes your reality. At the core of manifestation lies a profound truth. Energy shapes reality. Every thought you think and every emotion you feel emits a specific frequency, and that frequency acts as a magnet, drawing experiences into your life. Understanding and mastering this energetic principle can transform how you approach your desires, allowing you to co-create a life aligned with your highest aspirations. When your thoughts and emotions dwell in lack, focusing on what you don't have, what's missing, or what's wrong, you align yourself with the frequency of wanting. This energy perpetuates a cycle of scarcity, reinforcing the very reality you wish to change. The more you feel like you're waiting for abundance, the more you remain in a state of waiting. But when you shift your focus to abundance, what you already have and the blessings that surround you, you begin to vibrate at a higher frequency. This energetic state naturally attracts blessings, opportunities, and fulfillment. Gratitude plays a central role in this process. When you cultivate a heart of gratitude, you send a signal to the universe. I am abundant. I am fulfilled. This mindset doesn't just make you feel better in the moment. It rewires your energy, shifting your focus from lack to fulfillment and creating space for greater blessings to flow into your life. Take a moment to reflect on the power of gratitude. Consider how your energy changes when you focus on even the smallest joys, a kind word from a loved one, the warmth of the sun on your face, or the fact that you've made it through challenges you once thought insurmountable. These moments of acknowledgement elevate your vibration, aligning you with the energy of abundance. Visualization is another transformative practice in manifestation. When you visualize, you're not simply imagining a distant dream, you are energetically aligning with your desired reality as if it already exists. This goes beyond seeing it with your mind's eye. It involves feeling it with your whole being. Close your eyes and picture yourself living the life you desire. What does it look like? More importantly, what does it feel like? The emotions of joy, peace, and gratitude you generate during visualization send a clear signal to the universe, accelerating the arrival of that reality into your present. It's important to remember that energy is a two-way conversation. While your thoughts and feelings shape your reality, your external environment also influences your energy. Surround yourself with people, experiences, and practices that uplift and inspire you. Make room in your life, physically and emotionally, for the blessings you're manifesting. Manifestation is not magic. It's a partnership between your energy, actions, and the divine flow of the universe. The key is to approach it with faith and intentionality. Trust that as you align your energy with abundance, you are co-creating with God, who desires to see you thrive. So today, choose to elevate your energy. Focus on gratitude for what is, visualize what will be, and trust the divine timing that brings it all together. As you do, you'll find that manifestation is not about chasing blessings. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts them. Resistance often stands as the greatest barrier between us and the life we desire. Whether it comes in the form of doubt, fear, or impatience, resistance blocks the flow of blessings meant for us. It keeps us tethered to a mindset of control, an endless struggle to force outcomes, micromanage details, and hold tightly to how we think things should happen. Yet, the path to true abundance lies not in grasping but in letting go. Surrendering to God's process is not a sign of weakness or giving up. It is an act of profound faith. To surrender is to release the burden of control, trusting that God's plan is far greater than anything we could imagine for ourselves. It is an acknowledgement that while we may plant seeds and nurture them, it is God who causes them to grow. Proverbs 3:5-6 offers a powerful reminder. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your paths straight. But surrendering is not easy. It requires us to confront the parts of ourselves that fear the unknown. It calls us to let go of the timeline we've created in our minds and the need to control every detail. This act of trust can feel vulnerable, even unsettling. However, it is in this vulnerability that we create space for miracles. Imagine holding a clenched fist, gripping tightly to something you fear losing. In doing so, your hand cannot receive anything new. Now picture opening that fist, releasing control and trusting that something greater is on its way. This is the essence of surrender, making room for God's grace to flow into your life. Resistance often stems from a place of scarcity, a fear that things won't work out, that you'll fall short, or that you're running out of time. But scarcity is a lie that distorts our perspective. God's resources are limitless, and His timing is perfect. When we surrender, we shift from striving to aligning. We stop trying to force blessings and instead position ourselves to receive them. Consider how much lighter life becomes when you stop carrying the weight of needing to figure everything out. Surrender allows you to move from stress to peace, from striving to trusting. It is an invitation to lean into God's promises, to trust that He is working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. Miracles often occur in the space where we let go. When we release our grip on how things must happen, we give God room to surprise us with His goodness. Surrender doesn't mean passivity. It means partnering with God, taking inspired action while leaving the outcomes in His hands. As you surrender, you'll find that life flows more freely. The very act of letting go becomes the doorway through which blessings, peace, and miracles enter. In surrender, you align yourself with God's grace, and in that alignment, all things are possible. Chosen ones, you are called to rise above the limitations of your external circumstances and live in the state of having. This is a powerful shift, a divine alignment that acknowledges a truth far greater than what the eyes can see. What you desire is already yours. Living in the state of having means embodying abundance, not as something you hope for in the future, but as a reality that already exists. This is not wishful thinking or empty affirmation. It is a divine truth rooted in your connection to God, who is the source of all abundance. When you embrace this truth, you stop defining yourself by lack or limitations. You no longer let your current circumstances dictate your sense of worth, joy, or possibility. Instead, you anchor yourself in the certainty of your divine inheritance. This internal shift transforms everything. Your thoughts become aligned with gratitude and confidence, your emotions are rooted in peace and joy, and your actions begin to reflect the person you are becoming, not the person you've been. You act with faith, speak with assurance, and carry yourself with the energy of someone who knows that every desire placed in their heart is already being fulfilled. As you live in this state, blessings flow to you effortlessly. The energy of having is magnetic. It attracts opportunities, aligns you with divine timing, and opens doors you never thought possible. People, resources, and circumstances are drawn to you in ways that feel almost miraculous. This isn't coincidence. It's the natural outcome of aligning yourself with God's abundant flow. Understand this. Abundance is not something you chase. It is something you embody. When you step into the state of having, you affirm that you are already whole, already enough, and already worthy of the good things you desire. This truth doesn't just transform your reality, it transforms your spirit. You begin to see yourself as God sees you, blessed, chosen, and overflowing with potential. But stepping into this state requires trust. Trust in God's timing, trust in His provision, and trust in yourself as a co-creator with Him. It requires letting go of the fear, doubt, and impatience that keep you stuck in a state of wanting. Wanting keeps you focused on what you lack. Having focuses on what you are already receiving. The moment you make this shift, your reality begins to transform. Chosen ones, the time is now. You have waited long enough, doubted long enough, and played small long enough. Step into your divine power. Trust that the process is unfolding perfectly, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. Know that every desire you hold in faith is already on its way to you. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to affirm it. Like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and comment below with the words, "I am already abundant," because you are. You are already whole, and the universe, God's divine creation, is ready to shower you with blessings beyond measure. Your shift from wanting to having has begun. Embrace it fully, and watch as your life transforms in ways that are greater than anything you could ask or imagine. Have you ever felt like there's something uniquely extraordinary about you? A quiet yet unshakable sense that you're destined for something greater? This is no coincidence. It's a divine calling, intricately woven into the fabric of your being. From the moment your journey began, the universe has been guiding you, preparing you for this exact moment, a season where all you've dreamed of, all you've worked tirelessly for, is about to manifest in ways that will leave you in awe. This is not just another chapter of your life. This is the threshold of transformation, the final step before you step into limitless abundance, profound success, and a wealth of opportunities beyond your imagination. The millions you've envisioned, the impact you've longed to make, and the life of purpose you've always dreamed of are not mere fantasies. They are your divine inheritance. As you prepare to step into this monumental shift, remember, every hardship, every tear, every sleepless night, and every challenge has been part of your preparation. Nothing you've faced has been random. You've been chosen, not by chance, but because of your resilience, faith, and the light you carry. And now, the universe is ready to reward you beyond anything you've ever imagined. Being a chosen one isn't about luck, talent, or privilege. It's about the strength of your spirit. Your journey has not been easy. You've faced relentless trials, endured moments of doubt, and experienced setbacks that could have easily broken you. Yet, you persevered. You stood firm in your faith, trusting that a greater purpose was being fulfilled even when the path seemed unclear. Think back to those moments when life tested you, when you wondered why nothing seemed to work out. Those were not setbacks. They were stepping stones, sharpening your character and fortifying your soul. Every struggle you overcame has shaped you into the resilient, powerful person you are today. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and it doesn't choose just anyone for this path. You were chosen because of your unwavering faith and your ability to rise above adversity. Like Joseph, who was betrayed, imprisoned, and seemingly forgotten, only to rise as a ruler of Egypt. Your trials were preparing you for a destiny far greater than you could have envisioned. Your resilience has proven that you are not only capable of handling abundance, but that you are destined to lead, inspire, and transform lives. You are standing on the precipice of greatness. The tests you've endured were not punishments but preparations. Every tear shed and every obstacle overcome has brought you closer to this moment. Now, as you take this final step, know that the rewards ahead are not just material. They are spiritual, emotional, and deeply fulfilling. The millions that are flowing into your life are not a coincidence. They are part of a divine plan, a tool for your mission. This wealth is not simply for personal gain. It is meant to empower you to uplift others, create meaningful change, and fulfill your purpose. Society often pits spirituality and wealth against each other, but as a chosen one, you understand that money is energy. It is a resource meant to be used for good. This is your time to break free from limiting beliefs about scarcity and step fully into the abundance mindset. You are no longer bound by past struggles or societal expectations. The universe has deemed you worthy, and the millions you are about to receive are just the beginning of a life filled with overflow, joy, and divine alignment. For too long, you may have undervalued your worth. You've been taught to believe that wanting wealth is selfish, or that spirituality requires living in lack. But it's time to release those false narratives. Abundance is your birthright. As Deuteronomy 8:18 reminds us, it is God who gives you the ability to produce wealth. Your millions are not just rewards. They are a reflection of the inner work, faith, and perseverance you've cultivated over the years. True abundance transcends material wealth. It embodies a life filled with love, peace, fulfillment, opportunities, and the freedom to live in harmony with your highest purpose. Imagine waking up each day with a deep sense of contentment, knowing that you are walking in alignment with your divine calling. The stresses and anxieties that once weighed heavily on your heart will dissipate, replaced by a profound sense of ease and flow. This is the beauty of embracing a new reality where everything you need, whether it's resources, connections, or inspiration, flows to you effortlessly. Adopting an abundance mindset is the key to unlocking this reality. It begins with the understanding that the universe is limitless, teeming with endless possibilities and blessings. There is no scarcity in a divine system. Every need can and will be met. As a chosen one, you are uniquely connected to this infinite stream of prosperity. You are not separate from abundance, you are a part of it. By shifting your perspective, you align yourself with the energy of plenty, allowing blessings to manifest in your life naturally. This mindset requires trust. Trust in the process, trust in the timing, and trust in your own worthiness to receive. Every prayer you've whispered and every dream you've held close to your heart is known to the divine. In perfect timing, these desires will manifest, often in ways far greater than you imagined. By releasing fears of lack and embracing the certainty of abundance, you step into a reality where miracles unfold effortlessly. Trust that the universe is working in your favor, aligning circumstances and opportunities to bring you a life rich in joy, purpose, and limitless possibilities. You are destined for greatness, and abundance is your birthright. Gratitude is the cornerstone of true abundance, a profound spiritual principle that unlocks the flow of blessings into your life. It is more than an emotion. It is an energetic force that connects you to the divine, amplifying the good that already exists and making space for even greater blessings to manifest. Gratitude acts as a magnet, drawing abundance toward you by aligning your energy with the frequency of receiving. When you give thanks, not only for what you have now but also for the blessings on their way, you signal to the universe that you are ready for more. As you prepare to step into your season of overflow, let gratitude flow freely from your heart. Take time each day to reflect on your journey, the trials you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the moments of grace that carried you through. Think back to the times when giving up seemed like the easier choice, but you pressed on with faith. Celebrate those small victories, for they paved the way for the major breakthroughs you're now experiencing. Luke 16:10 reminds us, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." Your consistent gratitude, even in seasons of lack, has demonstrated your readiness to handle the abundance that is coming. Gratitude cultivates humility and fosters a deep awareness of the divine partnership in your life. Let this gratitude not only dwell in your heart but also radiate through your actions. Use it as a daily practice, a quiet moment of reflection or an intentional act of kindness that honors the blessings already in your life. As you live with a grateful spirit, you align with the limitless flow of the universe, inviting blessings beyond measure and stepping fully into the abundance that is your divine birthright. Faith has been your anchor throughout this journey. It has carried you through storms, guided you in darkness, and kept you grounded when everything seemed uncertain. Now, as you stand on the brink of manifesting your dreams, it's time to double down on that faith. Believe with every fiber of your being that the millions, the success, and the abundance are already yours. Faith is not the denial of reality but the ability to see beyond it, creating a new one through trust in the divine plan. It's a powerful force that empowers you to rise above challenges and move forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Faith allows you to envision a future where obstacles are stepping stones and limitations are transformed into possibilities. It's the quiet assurance that no matter how difficult things may seem, you are supported by a higher power guiding you toward your destiny. When doubts creep in, and they will, pause and reflect on how far you've already come. Consider the trials you've faced and the strength you've found to persevere. Each of those moments was a testament to your faith, a reminder of the unshakable foundation you've built. The same faith that carried you through the storms will now guide you into a season of abundance and fulfillment. As 1 Corinthians 10:13 promises, God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. This is a divine assurance that you will never face more than you are prepared to handle. Similarly, the universe's timing is perfect. It grants blessings and opportunities only when you are truly ready. The success coming your way has been carefully aligned with your growth, ensuring you have the wisdom and capacity to embrace it fully. Success can feel overwhelming, especially when it arrives after years of trials, perseverance, and hardship. It's natural to question whether you're truly deserving of this newfound abundance or worry that it might change who you are. These doubts, while human, are unnecessary burdens that no longer serve you. Let go of them now. You are ready for this success. Every challenge you've faced has prepared you, every setback has refined you, and every victory has strengthened you for this moment. It's important to understand that wealth does not corrupt. It amplifies what is already within. If your heart is grounded in purpose and aligned with the divine, your abundance will reflect that alignment. Proverbs 3:9-10 reminds us to honor the Lord with your wealth. This is the key to using success as a tool for good. Your blessings are not meant to isolate or inflate you. They are meant to expand your mission, uplift others, and make a meaningful impact. As a chosen one, you are uniquely equipped to handle this responsibility with grace and intention. Think of Joseph, who rose from betrayal and imprisonment to a position of immense power. His success wasn't just about personal gain, it served a greater purpose. His influence saved countless lives and brought restoration to his family. In the same way, your success is a divine appointment, part of a larger plan to inspire and uplift those around you. Your rise will serve as a beacon of hope, showing others what faith, perseverance, and trust in the divine can achieve. Celebrate your success with joy and humility. This moment is not an accident. It's the culmination of everything you've worked toward and believed in. Rejoice in your accomplishments, but remain rooted in gratitude and purpose. Your wealth is not just a reward. It is a resource entrusted to you for a higher mission. With every step you take, remember that this is only the beginning of what the universe has in store. Let your success be a light for others, proving that greatness is possible for those who stay faithful. This is your time to thrive, chosen one. M2. The millions flowing into your life are far more than a measure of financial success. They are a divine resource, entrusted to you for a greater purpose. While they will undoubtedly provide personal comfort and freedom, their ultimate purpose goes far beyond that. This wealth is a tool, meant to empower you to fuel your mission and amplify the light you carry within. It's an opportunity to make a profound impact, supporting your loved ones, uplifting your community, and creating opportunities for those in need. This is the true essence of abundance, using it as a force for good. Wealth in the hands of a chosen one is transformational. It is not simply about accumulating material things, but about building something greater, something that leaves a lasting legacy. Imagine the lives you can touch, the hope you can restore, and the possibilities you can create for others. Your abundance has the power to ripple outward, inspiring change and spreading light in ways you might not yet even comprehend. Luke 12:48 reminds us of an essential truth. To whom much is given, much will be required. This isn't a burden, but a call to action, a sacred responsibility to use your blessings wisely. The millions you are about to receive come with the divine expectation that you will honor this trust, using your resources not just for personal gain, but to uplift and transform lives. Whether it's through charitable giving, mentoring, or creating systems of support, your wealth is a means to manifest divine purpose in the world. Embrace this responsibility with open arms and an open heart. Use your abundance to serve those around you, lifting them out of darkness and into possibility. This is why you've been chosen, not just to prosper, but to lead by example, showing others what is possible when faith, alignment, and abundance come together. Let your actions speak of your gratitude and purpose, turning your wealth into a beacon of hope that shines brightly for all to see. This is the true power of abundance, not just to receive, but to give, to serve, and to inspire. The signs of your transformation and abundance are all around you, if you take a moment to truly see them. Opportunities are appearing, often in unexpected ways. Doors that once seemed firmly shut are now swinging wide open, inviting you to step through. Synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that align perfectly with your goals, are unfolding, confirming that you are moving in the right direction. These are not random events. They are the universe's whispers, affirming that the millions and blessings you've envisioned are already on their way to you. Trust these signs. They are a divine language, guiding you toward the fulfillment of your destiny. Your intuition, that still, small voice within, is leading you to the right people, the right circumstances, and the right opportunities. Listen to it. This guidance is the universe aligning every detail to ensure that your path to abundance is clear and purposeful. However, signs alone are not enough. They require action. Take inspired action when opportunities arise, even if they seem challenging or push you out of your comfort zone. Move boldly, knowing that every step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to the abundance you deserve. Just as Moses parted the Red Sea, it wasn't simply faith, but faith combined with action that allowed the miracle to unfold. In the same way, your willingness to act will open the way for the universe to deliver what has always been meant for you. This is a partnership between you and the divine. The universe provides the signs and opportunities, but it is your courage, trust, and action that turn possibilities into reality. Step forward with confidence, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, and the abundance you've dreamed of is closer than ever. The miracles are already in motion. Trust the process and take your rightful place in your destiny. As your millions begin to flow into your life, remember to pause and celebrate this incredible moment. Celebration is far more than just an outward expression of joy. It is a sacred act of gratitude, a powerful acknowledgement of the journey that has brought you here. Every trial you endured, every lesson you learned, and every victory along the way deserves to be honored. Celebration is your way of saying thank you to the divine for the blessings that have unfolded and continue to flow into your life. Take time to reflect on how far you've come. Consider the hardships you overcame, the perseverance you demonstrated, and the faith that carried you through even the most uncertain times. Let this moment of celebration be a reminder of your strength and resilience. You didn't arrive here by accident. It was through divine alignment, unwavering belief, and purposeful action that you reached this season of abundance. There are many ways to celebrate, and the most meaningful ones will reflect your unique journey. Perhaps it's through quiet reflection, taking time to meditate or journal about your gratitude for this milestone. Maybe it's sharing your blessings with loved ones, expressing your appreciation for those who supported you along the way. Or perhaps it's treating yourself to something special, a symbolic gesture that marks this moment as a turning point in your life. Whatever form your celebration takes, let it be authentic and heartfelt. This is not just about rejoicing in your wealth. It's about honoring the divine partnership that made it possible. Celebrate with humility and gratitude, knowing that your abundance is both a reward and a tool for greater purpose. By embracing this moment with joy, you open your heart to even more blessings, ensuring that the flow of abundance continues to expand in your life. The millions you are about to receive are not the end of your journey, but the beginning of an extraordinary new chapter filled with limitless possibilities. With great wealth comes even greater opportunities to uplift others, inspire change, and lead with purpose. This is your moment to embrace your abundance with gratitude, faith, and a clear sense of divine purpose. Trust that everything in your life has prepared you for this exact time. The best is yet to come, and your journey is just beginning. Chosen one, step boldly into your abundant future, knowing that the universe has orchestrated this season of overflow just for you. Rise with confidence, grace, and a heart open to all the blessings ahead. You were made for this moment. We are so grateful to have you here, walking this path of purpose and faith. If this message has inspired you, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and join this growing community of faith and empowerment. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. Your story could encourage someone else. Let's continue to rise together, chosen one. Thank you for being part of this journey. Your time is now.